Hi, I am Sonia. Now I would like to presentation about English drama, which topic analysis and game drama. And we move to the analysis diagram of plot and game. The first is introduction, is the beginning of the story in the story that happened. This can be started from the introduction of the background of the story, the main characters, and the place where it takes place. And then the introduction in the endgame story begins with Ham argument with a relationship. And the second is a rising action, is a story that leads to the reason behind the story and creates problems that make the story seem tense. This can be seen in the endgame story. Ham and Nick begin to remember their past and argue about their relationship. And third, its climax. The climax of the story is the root in the storyline that determines the change in the fate of the characters in the story. This can be seen in the endgame story action. Clove speaks one last time and leaves from there. And the fourth is a falling action. It's a conflict that begins to subside. In this endgame story, Clove decided didn't go, and he decided to stay. And the last is a resolution. Resolution is the ending of the story that makes the story end. Or it's called a happy ending, or sad ending, or hanging story. In this indie game story, the resolution that occur describes a hanging or unfinished story. And we move to the characters of Endgame. There are Ham could be said the good character of the drama, but sometimes make him an antagonist for his squire. Clothesline symbolized by old age in his wheelchair. Ham believed no one suffered more than we did from him. There was no cure for being on earth, especially in the humid pit where he also ruled over his father, Nick, and his mother, Nell. And then a Clove. Clove, the character is a good. He was brought in by Ham as a child, and the game's tension played out that Clove wanted to go against his obligation to stay with Ham. He performed various duties for his master, such as passing him around and reporting the view outside the window. And then there is a Nick. Nick is Nell's husband and Ham's father. Contained in has been next to his equally trapped wife. He sometimes appeared to cry for food or try to kiss Nell without a result, and tell the same story he always told. Sometimes he was childish, hardly verbal, but he could be deep and articulate. And the last character is Nell. Nell is Nick and Mrs. Ham's husband. She seems most resigned to their lives, although her role is minimal. She seems to be one of the reasons Nick always alive and stands as the only healthy example of love in this drama. And we move to the genre of endgame. The genre of Endgame is a tragic comedy, and then the setting of Endgame is used interior with gray lighting and have symbols are poetic and look like traditional theater. There were two small windows with the curtains drawn and two trash cans wrapped in old sheets. And we move to the story of Endgame, or a retell story of Endgame. The drama as the Endgame begins, Clove, a man struggling to walk, begins preparing for the stage. Clove works carefully, fold the seats and steps away from the stairs. He affirms order in the empty space where he moves. The silence were punctuated by an occasional short laugh that seemed totally unfunny. After Clove came out, the man in the chair, walked up and removed the bloody handkerchief from his face, revealing a sunlace, indicating his blindness. Clove looked through the window once more struggling with the stairs. Neither she nor Ham wanted to investigate Clove's report that there was a boy outside, although the talk of a new one seemed to encourage Ham to announce that he no longer needed Clove. Her last speech and Clove is out. Only the return and remain silent on stage. Ham called him, but when he received no answer, he assumed that Clove had gone blind. But Clove stood still in the room with his coat. Didn't do anything. Now we move part 2. There are the name and the function of the stage number. The first is border. The function is to make lightning area from audience, and the second is acting area, the stage area used by actors for performance, and the third is float. The function is to give the appearances of background, and the fourth of stage. Is a part where the audience cannot see the actors. It is for teams and actors to get ready. And the fifth building code, a set of municipal for the design and construction for theater purpose. And the sixth, there is a backdrop. It is a background of painting for the illusion. And the seventh, it is a wings, a stage off to left and right, not seen by the audience. It is used for scenery performance preparation and circulation. The operation of theater equipment. And the eighth, there is a setting lines. The finished upstage face of the proscenium wall, fire curtain, or pilasters from which equipment and scenery are dimensioned. And the ninth is a proscenium, the boundary between the stage and the audience. It appears to form an arch over the stage from the audience point of view. And the tenth, that is apron, the area of the stage in front of the proscenium arch as main as acting area. And the 11th, there is a stage right left, the set of the stage on the right when facing the audience, the left and the right side of a stage as seen by an actor standing on the stage facing the audience. And the last is auditorium. The function is a room to build enable an audience to hear and see the performance. Thank you for watching my video. I am Sonia. I hope you enjoy with my video, and I'm sorry for my mistake in my pronunciation, and see you.